welcome to J. Doyle Field for this matchup of the East Brunswick Bears and South Brunswick Vikings. We're just waiting for the captains here to go out for the coin toss. For East Brunswick, that's number 3, Ben Salamini, number 42, Jameel Davis, and number 67, Kevin McMillan. And as you can see on your screen here, we have a new turf field, so this is the first home game for East Brunswick on this new turf in their first home game. They had a game last week in Sayreville against Monroe, had a tough loss. So we'll take a look here and see the coin toss and see who wins the toss and what they decide to do here. Both East Brunswick and South Brunswick are 0-2 on the season. East Brunswick open up with a tough loss at Hillsborough, 42-6, and lost last week to Monroe. So let's see here. Okay, South Brunswick is deferring, and we'll see what East Brunswick decides here. So East Brunswick decides to receive here, and South Brunswick's going to kick off. So East Brunswick's offense will have a chance to get started. Their offense has struggled a little bit. Only have 20 points in the 2 games on the season, so I think a lot has to do with the play of number 3, who we see taking his helmet off there on the sideline, Ben Salamini. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back here waiting for the kickoff here. South Brunswick is going to kick to East Brunswick receiving, so they'll get first dibs with the ball here. And like I was saying before we went to break, a lot falls on the shoulders of number 3, the quarterback for East Brunswick, Ben Salamini. Had a really nice year last year for the Bears, who had a really nice season last year, an 8-2 season, and a lot had to do with his play. So, he needs to get going a little bit here, as well as the other players on the Bears offense. So we'll see if they can get off to a good start here. And South Brunswick's coming off a really tough loss against Old Bridge. They ended up losing 27-22, had the lead late, and weren't able to hold on there. So they've played, relatively well. I know their first loss against North Brunswick, they lost 19-0, but that game was really close in the first half. Their offense has been struggling as well a little bit. They only had 60 total yards in that first game. So here we go. We got number 12 for the Vikings, Alexander Mandrick. He's kicking off, and we have the deep man here for East Brunswick, number 5, Josh Augustine. So we'll see if special teams, special teams can have a big play. I know East Brunswick gave off a kick return last week to Monroe to actually Keith Lane, who used to be on the staff here for East Brunswick. So he had 3 touchdowns, had a big game. Let's see if the East Brunswick special team. A little bit short, caught about the 10 here. Nice hit there. So Bears are going to be pinned back a little bit on their own 16-yard line. They're going to give them forward progress there. That was number 4, John Royal. So let's see what this Bears offense can do here. Here you can see number 3, Ben Salamini, coming out to the huddle here. Up the chain gang's got to get moving there. We got our 9th grade basketball coach there doing the chains. I'll have to get on him after the game, not being in the right spot there. But here we go from the shotgun. Man in motion here. Salamini gives it to the up man there. I believe that was number 2, Tobias Newberger, with the carry. So good solid game there. Got about 4 yards on the play. So that's what you want. Good read there by Salamini. He has the choice of giving that or keeping that. He kept that. Offensive line did a nice job with the push there. So, these are with the downs you want. 2nd and 6. 4 wide here. Salamini in the shotgun. Got Augustine in motion here. Salamini keeps it. And he's going to be probably, depending on the spot, probably just about short by maybe about a yard, less than a yard. So it's going to be a 3rd and really short here for the Bears. So it looks like that nose of the football, if it gets to that 26-yard line, they should probably be good with the first down. So the other thing to note, I know that right side of the line there with big number 71, Omar Reckley, you know, that's where I might be going there and just kind of run behind him, put my head down. So let's see what the Bears do here. And Salamini keeps, he's got a big opening here. And no one's catching him there, so that's a big play. I'm looking for flags on the play. There's no flag, so that's going to be a touchdown, East Brunswick. So we'll call that 75 yards there on the carry. So that's a really good start for the Bears. Huge hold there by Salamini. He you know, the South Brunswick defense there was going with the motion man, thinking he was given to Augustine, and Salamini just had a wide open hole there. Up, someone coming in late here. All right, so let's see if they can make the extra point here. This is number 28, Nick Maroon. And he's got it. So Nick Maroon with the extra point, so you can't ask for anything more there. Great start by the Bears. We had kind of pointed out with Salamini, had a really great year last year, and he's continuing to do that. And you have to give a lot of credit to the Bears offensive line there too. Play call was nice, and that just opened up for him nicely down the middle, and once he got that head of steam, he wasn't being caught from behind. So now the onus goes here, you know, East Brunswick special teams, kick coverage. Like I said last week, I think a big play last week was that return when East Brunswick was coming back in the game by Monroe. Kind of deflated the Bears a little bit here. So we'll see if they decide maybe not to kick it all the way deep here to South Brunswick, if they maybe want to squib one, and if they do kick it deep, need to have really good coverage. This is number 12. So we've got a different guy for the kickoffs. This is Marco Goodat. He also does the punting duties for the Bears. All right, waiting for the signal here that they're ready. I haven't heard a whistle yet. They're waiting until they're in position here. Not sure what we're waiting for here. All right, looks like it may be clear now, and we might be able to get going once we hear that whistle. All right, now we're ready. Here we go. All right, that's what I was thinking. Maybe a short little one to an up man here. And tackle made right away. Maybe a little shorter than they wanted, because South Brunswick will have pretty good field position there. I think they're going to mark it right on the 40. So pretty good field position here for South Brunswick. So let's see how the East Brunswick defense here. See if they can keep you know, South Brunswick. Back here, so let's see the Vikings here on offense, and that's number 1, Vince Giardulo. He's the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. I know number 14 for the the Vikings is the guy to take a look at for them. And they're going deep. They got a man. He just overthrew him a little bit. That was number 13 they were looking for. We'll have to get it. We'll have to get the roster we have doesn't have that. But I do know number 14 for the Vikings, Demarion Potts, is a guy that they look for a lot too. So I think that's someone that the Bears are, game planning for and making sure he doesn't beat them. Now he's under center here. Pretty good run there. That looked like number 5, Jacob Brokaw. He seemed to be the back for the Vikings the first 2 games, who got a lot of carries for them. So that's another guy to look for. So, 3rd and 5 here. Don't think South Brunswick is quite in the territory where this would be 4-down territory. All right, pitch to number 7. Ooh, I think that last effort is going to get that first down for him. He looked like he had him stopped there, but he's going to just have enough, it looks like, from where they are to have that first down. And that was Kiri Summers for the Vikings up there. He got it by about a yard. That one's a tough one there for the Bears because they did a pretty good job of pursuit. I missed the number there for the Bears, but did a good job of kind of stopping them in their tracks. But they really needed a couple other guys to kind of swarm to the ball there and keep him from getting that first down. So that was a tough one there. All right, from the shotgun again. This is Jardulo. Drops back. He's got someone open. He's got 2 guys open, actually. That was just looked like a blown coverage there because he had his choice of number 15 or number 13 there, and that was Shamil Dixon on the catch. That was a blown coverage there because both of those guys were open. If he could have got a little more on that throw too, that would have been a touchdown. So not sure what happened on that. It must have been some type of zone or something because they just kind of ran down the field unguarded there. So see if the Bears can, get a stop here. It's going to be just outside the 10, so they can get a first down. It would have to be inside the 1-yard line now because they look like they're just inside the 11. Gardulo gives it. Nice penetration there by East Brunswick, but then they can't harness them there. And that's going to be a touchdown. And that was number 7 for the Vikings. Kiri Summers. We'll call it 11 yards. Looks like a Bear is down on the play here. See if we can get a number. I know looked like maybe, wasn't sure of the number, but on that play earlier, looked like number 87 maybe from the Bears. Dylan McKay had good penetration and almost had him. But then once he got around that, so. So see on the field there the athletic trainers for the Bears. One of them is Jennifer Klein there, and there's Coach Andy Steinfeld, who did a great job last year. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with action from the Bears South Brunswick game. Okay, so good news is number 67 from the Bears, Kevin McMillan, the starting center for them, was able to get up with a little bit of help. So that's good that he can put some weight on it. So here we go. South Brunswick, the extra point to see if they can tie it up here. Number 59, Matthew Greslak. You don't see that high number often. And he's got it. So we got it. We got a 7-7 ball game here. I think the key play on that series was South Brunswick had a 3rd and 5 on their own, about 44-yard line. A couple Bears looked like they were there with the play, did a nice job, just didn't get kind of help from swarming to the ball there, and they were just able to get a first down. It would have been interesting to see if South Brunswick would have gone for it if they were near that 50-yard line. And then obviously there was a little bit of a breakdown there on a long pass play on the next play that got the Vikings down to the 11-yard line. And then again, East Brunswick had some good penetration on that touchdown, but just weren't able to corral number 7, Kiri Summers, for South Brunswick. So took them a minute 50 to answer, and we have a 7-7 ball game here. So here we go. Again, number 5 for East Brunswick's the deep man. Number 4, Jerome Royal got the last one. He's going to get that one too. He fumbled it. He's picking it up. And he's swarmed about the same spot where East Brunswick started last time, right on that 15-yard line. Kind of threw off the timing of not only Jerome Royal but the Bears blockers there, where he fumbled with the ball there a little bit. So East Brunswick's going to not have the best field position, but they were able to take advantage last series, their first series, and get that big touchdown. So we got 7:31 left in this first quarter. Got Derek Christie down here to the bottom with Augustine. Motion man, ball's on the ground. Oof. Yeah. You couldn't quite tell from up here, but the exchange just wasn't good there with the quarterback and with the back there. And I think that was Solomini and Newberger there. And now they're going to give South Brunswick really good field position here. So now this is really on the defense here to step up here. And I know I was talking to one of the coaches for East Brunswick, and that was not necessarily fumbles, but just penalties and things like that, where East Brunswick first couple games has maybe in some times been shooting themselves in the foot. So now this would be a big stop here by the East Brunswick defense if they can hold South Brunswick. So Jardulo's under center. He's going to give it to Summers, who had the touchdown earlier, and East Brunswick does a pretty good job there, limits them to about 2 yards on the carry. Host the Bears there on the stop. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. And South Brunswick will have to get to the 5-yard line here to have a first down. Okay, pitch to Summers here. He's got a lot of room there. Looks flags on the play there, though. That's usually holding territory on the offense. We'll see if that's what the flag is. Ryan Bennett, number 22, did a nice job there containing and making him turn the ball back in. All right, so say 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd and about 19 here. So that might answer why there is so much room on that side there. So someone was holding on that. Got to watch this top side here, number 15 for the Vikings, single coverage. That's Shamil Dixon. All right, there, toss here. You know that, and that was number 5, Jacob Broke. Although the one thing you have to, I'm noticing with East Brunswick defensively here is they're letting these, you know, pretty quick backs for South Brunswick get to the outside. So those defensive ends have to do a better job of East Brunswick of forcing that ball carrier to turn it in and hold that edge. Right now they're letting them turn the corner. So brings up a much more manageable here, 3rd and 6. And then South Brunswick, if they don't get it, will have to make a decision if they want to kick a field goal, or depending, you know, if they gain a few yards here, they might be going for it on 4th down. All right, shotgun. Summers in motion here, rolling his way, gives it to him. Nice move there to get away, and he's going to be just probably short by about a yard, so decision time here for South Brunswick. Ryan Bennett and C.J. Gardner there in on the tackle there, so it's going to be a 4th and 1. So South Brunswick's got to decide. I think they probably want to go for it here. That's what it looks like they're going to do here. They're leaving their offense out on the field. So again, I think they get that nose of the football to that 5-yard line. I think it's a first down for them. So still going to stay shotgun. I was thinking maybe they might want to go under center here and maybe do some type of dive or QB sneak. Might be a quarterback draw here. Let's see what they come up with here. It is a quarterback draw, but looks like maybe a timeout before. Let's see. Nope, it's going to be motion. That's a killer for South Brunswick there. Yep. So now South Brunswick has a decision. What are they going to do? I heard someone yell kick it, but their offense is not moving, so they're going to go now. I think their play call is going to change here. They had the quarterback draw set up on the play before. Now I would think maybe they'll let Jardulo roll out and have that option of running or throwing. Summers in motion. All right, they did it. They did have a guy coming across the middle there, but nice job by East Brunswick there to have their hands up and listen. Give the defense credit there. They're put in a bad spot there, a fumble on the 15, and they're able to hold South Brunswick from scoring. So, you know, that should give East Brunswick a little bit of jolt there. So we got 4:28 left. We have a 7-7 ball game here. East Brunswick started off the scoring with the 75-yard touchdown by Ben Salamini. Extra point was good at 9:28 in that first quarter, and then South Brunswick answered with an 11-yard touchdown by Corey Summers at 7:38. So here's Salamini. He's going to keep it. There's a flag on the play. That's a holding area. So I'm pretty sure that where that came, that's going to come back. So a good gain by Salamini, which I think will come back. Let's see what the call is here. He is pointing the other way. Face mask. All right, going to be a face mask there. So that should be added on to the gain. So it was a 10-yard gain, and they're going to get 5 more yards there and have a first down. So they're going to have a 1st and 10 on their own 28, so they give themselves a little bit of breathing room here. Uh-oh. Yeah, not sure on that, what happened there. That was the center and Salamina were just not on the same page there. So now they're back to the 14-yard line. So that was a loss of 14, so it's going to be 2nd and 24. So again, here you just want to kind of make it a manageable 3rd down. So you're most likely not going to get all of this back here. But if you can get, 10 yards or so or half of it back, you put yourself in a more manageable 3rd down. Salamina is going to roll to his right. He's looking down the field. Nice throw. Good catch. And that's exactly what you want to do there. Nice play there by Salamini, and that was number 22 for the Bears. That was Ryan Bennett. Great route there. Came back for the ball and then went north and south. So now we have a manageable 3rd and 8. Need to get to a little bit past the 38-yard line here. So again, exactly what you want to do there. You're not necessarily going to get it all back. You got a nice chunk back. So now this is a doable 3rd down. And we got 3 receivers down here to the bottom, single back. Salamini in the shotgun, rolling left. Good coverage. Nice job by Salamini. He's going to have a 1st down, and he's going to have a lot more. That was all Ben Salamini there. Play was to his left. There was really good coverage on the receivers there. And that's just, athletic quarterback there making a play. Didn't see anything. Turned it back up to the right and keeps this drive alive for the Bears. We're down to about 2 minutes, 20 seconds here in this 1st quarter. If you're just joining us, it's East Brunswick Bears 7. South Brunswick Vikings 7. Both teams are looking for their first victory of the season. Both teams are 0-2, so, both teams are really looking to get a win. This is East Brunswick's first home game. Got Derek Christie here. He's kind of just looking to run maybe before he caught it there. But nice. I like that play design. I like that on a 1st down as well. Looked like Christie was on the right side as a tight end there and had him come across the formation behind the line there. And, good play design. Derek Christie, by the way, has a receiving touchdown for the Bears this year. Had their lone touchdown in that loss to Hillsborough. And he's a basketball player as well, good basketball player. All right, here's Salamini. He's dropping back. He's looking. Did have Bennett there open. Overthrew him a little bit. Wouldn't have had a ton of yardage. I think there was a couple guys close to him. Just overthrew him a little bit. So going to make it a 3rd and 10. Again, East Brunswick here, you get 5-6 yards. You get into South Brunswick territory. It might cross your mind whether or not to go for it. Obviously, you'd like to get the 1st down here. So we got Christie and Augustine down on this side. That looks like Bennett with the carry. Nice job. Nice job going north and south. He's going to come up 2 yards short. So now you have decision time for Andy Steinfeld, and I think they're going to go for it here. I think if they got, under 4th and 5, 4th and 4 and under, I think in his mind he's, going to go for it here. He could, as a coach, you could think, let me pin this team back if I can get a good punt, but I like the aggressiveness here. And I think you're going to see this ball, if it were me, stay in Salamini's hand. He'll make a decision if someone's open there. We got full house backfield here. It's going to be to Bennett. Nice job. Nice job by that right side of the offensive line for East Brunswick. So good call there. And again, that kind of all stems from that third down play. Able to make it a manageable fourth down, fourth and short. So East Brunswick's rolling a little bit. We're down to about a minute left here in this first quarter. Going to stay full house backfield. Salamini's going to keep it to the left side. Nice blocks there by East Brunswick. Up, they're going to call something now. And Bennett's not happy there. He's thinking maybe the ref's going to get him for that. I thought just from looking at a couple good blocks to kind of set that edge and let Salamini turn it back up, but all right, they got a hold. They're going to go back to midfield here. So it's going to be 1st and 21. And those are spot fouls, so they saw that hold about a yard behind the backfield. That's why it's at midfield. Salamini's going to keep it. He's looking deep. He was looking for number 8 there for the Bears. That was C.J. Gardner. Didn't have a lot of room to throw that pass in there. I think he, made the right decision, kind of kept it low for him to have a chance that there's a couple of defenders back there. I think they're also looking for number 10, Derek Christie there. He was guarded pretty well, so I think Salamini made the right decision there. So 2nd and 21 here for the Bears. Another situation, you want to get little chunks of yards if you can. East Brunswick staying this full house backfield here. Salamini keeps it. Gets about 3. So again, another situation here. Bears, 3rd and long. Another situation you want to try to get, and I think they're going to look here. Not sure when that play got started. They're probably going to need to get a play off before time goes up. We'll look at see if he starts counting down with 5. So I don't think they'll have to get this play off because they don't have the 5 countdown, but they're going to do it anyway. Looking deep. Oh. Yeah, good pass there, and Josh Augustine there knows he should have come down with that, but he ran a nice route. Salamini, a nice throw there. He's just got to think he'll come back and make a play next time. So we're done with the first quarter here in East Brunswick, and Bears 7, Vikings 7. I think East Brunswick, has done a nice job, especially getting off to a good start like they did. So off that first drive, scoring a touchdown. South Brunswick did come back and answered, but then I think, after that turnover from East Brunswick deep in their own territory, you have to give East Brunswick defense a lot of credit, keeping South Brunswick off the scoreboard. And then, at the very least here, obviously East Brunswick has to punt here. It's 4th and 21, but you would hope they can flip the field a little bit here. So you would think that East Brunswick can pin South Brunswick back a little bit and give them a longer field here. So although they need, get the first down here, almost had it there on that play. As long as their punt coverage here does that, they'll do a nice job. And just while we have a little bit of time here too, just talk about the sports here at East Brunswick. Girls soccer, as usual, off to a great start with Coach Brady. They are 4-0. Boys soccer, for them, struggling a little bit. They've been known as one of the better programs. They're 2-2. Field hockey and Coach Butricho are 3-0, so they're having a great season. And girls tennis and Coach Mangino, who have just been excellent the last few years, especially the last couple of years, are 2-0. All right, low punt, but good angle there, which, you know, as a coach, that's what you want. You do not want to give the returner a chance to return it. So that was Marco good at. And it's going to be marked out at about the 21-yard line. So East Brunswick's able to give South Brunswick a longer field here when they were, you know, inside their own 20-yard line, flip the field there. Looking forward a little bit, South Brunswick. Next week we'll play at home against Piscataway. And East Brunswick goes to their rival, one of their rivals at Old Bridge, where obviously, you know, have not done well against. That's to the man up the middle here, and he's going to have a first down. That was number 5 for South Brunswick, Jacob Brokaw. Looked like number 26 for the Bears there. Was able to hold on, and that was Will Gallinou. So 1st and 10 for South Brunswick. Again, right up. Nope, should have gave it up the middle maybe. He kept it. And on the quarterback keeper there, we'll get about 4 on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 from South Brunswick's own 36-yard line. Have to get to about the 42-yard line for a first down. Surprised South Brunswick hasn't tried a deep shot recently. See if they maybe do one on this 2nd and 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. That's number 5. Oh, no. All right, so they're finding the little hole there in the middle of that East Brunswick D line there. That was Brokaw again. That was number 26 for the Bears. Will Gallinou, again on the stop, was able to, you know, have the angle and stop it at the East Brunswick now 40-yard line. See if East Brunswick can get a tackle for a loss or a sack. There hasn't been much of that. Let's see if East Brunswick can get South Brunswick moving backward a little bit. Got a great night for football. Temperature's really nice right now. Gonna pitch it there to number 7. Again, he's able to get the corner there, and that's just trouble there. You have to really keep contained there. East Brunswick's having a little bit of trouble with doing that right now. That looked like number 13, Ethan Hernandez, who eventually pushed him out. But again, that's a gain of about 14 yards there. So right now having a little trouble not only up the middle, but on those tosses and those outside runs, they're able to turn the corner here. Again, up the middle here, getting a good push from that offensive line. And that's a gain of about 5 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 21. Got some hands on those hips from those defensive linemen there for East Brunswick. So You're getting a little tired there. So we got 9:40 left in this second quarter, 7-7. The Vikings are driving, however. Started this drive on their own, inside their own 20 here. Right up the middle again, and another pretty good run there. That's going to be, looks like enough for a first down. I think number 10, Derek Christie, is saying someone ripped his helmet, but I think that's a rule. You get your helmet taken off, you got to come out of play. All right, first and 10 here for the Vikings. Well, this is where East Brunswick was able to, on that last drive South Brunswick had, when they got good field position inside this red zone, they were able to stop them. So they're going to have to do the same thing here. Again, they're just staying down there. Good job by the Bears there. Ball's on the floor. The whistle blew, unfortunately, for East Brunswick. So that play is going to be dead, even though the ball came out. Might have blown the whistle early, but once that whistle gets blown, the play is dead. So give East Brunswick credit there. They were able to stop in the middle there. We got big number 63 for the Bears. That's Andrew Safara up there, clogging it up there. Number 71, Omar Rackley, is also in there. They've been really testing that middle, so this is something you maybe go to the outside a little bit. Up movement there. That should be movement. They never set on that left side. Good play there by number 22, the safety there. That was Ryan Bennett. I think there should have been a penalty there on the left side of the South Brunswick line. They were not set. They were moving as the ball was snapped. I think they missed that one. All right, so third and 10 here from the Bears. Also good coverage there. I think that was Ethan Hernandez on the left side there, so he had good coverage. And then also Bennett also came over from his safety position, almost had an interception there. Those throws are tough. When you get inside that 20-yard line, those aren't easy. You don't have as much field to work with. So. So Jardulo is going to pitch it here to the left. All right, nice job there by the host of Bears. That was Augustine, number 5. That was number 15 for the Bears. Kevon Freeman coming up and really sticking and being aggressive there. I like that. All right, so we got 4th down and about 5. They'll have to get, looks to about the 5-yard line-ish to have a first down. East Brunswick was able to stop last time South Brunswick tried. They've taken a lot of time. They might have to call a timeout here, South Brunswick, and talk about it if they don't get this play off enough, and that's what they're going to do. They're taking a while to – and they listen, people especially say in the first half, you want to use those timeouts for situations like this. This is a huge play, obviously, in the game. There's a lot of game left to play as we get a good look at the – East Brunswick huddle there, going over, I'm sure the play call, what they want them to do. This is where you don't realize how much time these coaches put in terms of film study and tendencies. What do they do on these plays? What are some things to look for? So this is obviously a huge play. So I like the timeout by South Brunswick. You want to talk to your guys, give them a little bit of a breather here. This has been a long drive for this offense. Obviously, you give the defense of East Brunswick a little break too, who I think, maybe we're getting a little tired, but this is not one of those plays that you want to rush. So big play for both teams here. I know with Ben Salamini as quarterback, he has that option to run. Looks like Doyle can do it a little bit, not as well as Salamini. So see if they roll him out at all to give him that option to run as well. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got a man, and he just threw it a little bit too far. So Bears, a pretty good play call. I think he had him. They're rolling out there and trying to make an accurate throw is tough. The East Brunswick defender did a good job of trying to stay right up with them. I think there was a window there. But give East Brunswick second time defensively, get inside that red zone. And although the East Brunswick defense did give up some yards and let them drive down the field, they did what's important. They did not allow South Brunswick to score. Now East Brunswick's offense, let's see if they can at the very least here, get a couple first downs and get out of the shadow of the end zone here. So Salamini here in the shotgun. He's going to give the ball off there. That was to number 2, Tobias Newberger. So he was the back there, and decent gain there. Say 4 or 5 yards on that play, so it's going to be maybe 2nd and 6. Bears have to get just past the 19-yard line here for a first down. Ball's on the 13. So well, you'll take that as an offense, 4 yards. Salamini kept it himself there and not going to get much. Maybe the mark, maybe a loss of 1 actually on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 12. So had number 13, Ethan Hernandez there, had the option of handing that off. So another big play for East Brunswick and South Brunswick here. Obviously, South Brunswick just had that long time-consuming drive. East Brunswick's going to take a timeout here, talk things over. Just to give a shout-out to some of these coaches here. With Coach Andy Seinfeld, we have assistant coaches on the team, Matt Pazinko, Alan Grossholz, Dan Pike, Nick Candelario, Zach Gaga, Delvin Espanol, Dave Hagan, Crispin Pratt, and Anthony Cavallo. They, put a lot of time in throughout not only the season itself, the off-season. I know they're really wanting to win as much as the players do. And there are our cheerleaders who game in and game out do a great job for the Bears. That's Coach Rosner and the varsity cheerleaders there. So they do a great job. Just a couple other things we'll get to some of the teams in a minute, but big play here. 3rd down, Salamini. No backs in the backfield. He's going to fake it and keep it. And he's going to be, they're going to mark him a little bit short here. 4th and, about 2. A yard and a half maybe if you want to say, a little less than 2. But this, you got to punt this here. So number 12 for the Bears is coming out. Marco Goodad, he did a nice job last time of angling one. Got number 7, Summers, who had a touchdown for the Vikings earlier, one of the deep men. And also number 14 back there, so he's going to angle another one. So South Brunswick's going to have pretty good field position here. Going to start at about the third. Looks like the 39 is where they're going to mark it. So unfortunately for the Bears defense here, they've been out on the field a while, and East Brunswick's offense goes 3 and out, so they're back on this field. We're only have 4:21 left in this second quarter. And if you remember from the coin toss, South Brunswick deferred, East Brunswick received. So the other thing is South Brunswick will be getting the kickoff to start the second half. So if you're a Bear fan here, you really like to keep them off the scoreboard here because you know the second half they're also starting with the ball. So we got Jardulo under center. And they're going to give that. They've been doing that a lot. The second part of this first half, giving that to number 5, Jacob Brokaw, and he's been getting some pretty good yards. We've got a good, maybe about 6 yards on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 4. All right, another late flag there. That's probably a little extracurricular activity from someone on either the Bears or East Brunswick, because that came in after the play. It's probably going to be a personal foul, either personal foul on the Bears. Personal foul on East Brunswick.
Personal foul on the flag against East Brunswick.
And that hurts. That's 15 yards there, so that's going to bring them close to the 10, about to. Looks like the 12 maybe.
The 12-yard line.
So Jardulo in shotgun here. Summers in motion. He's going to pitch it there. Great job there. Number 8 might not get credit for the tackle on that, C.J. Gardner, but that was all him. He kept the edge, got his hands on the ball carrier, and then a swarm of Bears were there to tackle him. There is a flag on the play, so we'll have to see what the call is. Sideline warning on South Brunswick. Sideline warning. Oh, they're giving it. I thought. So I think, if I remember, I think that is a sideline. I think that they usually give a warning, but they give a 5-yard penalty there, the motion that he gave. So regardless, South Brunswick is going backwards here. Oh. And there's another flag. That might be on the center quarterback exchange. I think the center snapped it early. So they're going to get South Brunswick for another 5 yards here. So a false start on South Brunswick. So a little sloppy this last couple minutes here, right? East Brunswick gets a personal foul penalty, and then South Brunswick with a host of penalties here. So they're all the way back to the 26-yard line. We'll have to get inside the 5 to about the 3. for a first down. So this is 1st and 23 for the Vikings. We're down to 2:25 left in this first quarter. Going to give it to that up man. Get some pretty good yardage there. Looked like number 54 for the Bears. That was Eric Moscasco on the play there. So that was, decent chunk that they got about 8 yards on that play. And now the clock starts to become a factor. I mean, plenty of time left, but you have to be aware of it because we're under 2 minutes. Giardulo is in the shotgun. Summers in motion, is going to throw it to him. Oh no. Number 4 for the Bears on the tackle. That was Jerron Royal, nice play. Number 42 for the Bears made a nice play there, Jamale Davis. He just wasn't able to wrap up, but did a really nice job of coming up and meeting him. And we're going to have a timeout here. Minute 17 left. So South Brunswick, that's their second timeout. They took that one timeout earlier, so they'll have one left. Again, another big play. I know we keep saying it, but in a 7-7 game, another big play. They'll have to talk over. So real quickly, while we have a minute too, I want to get to the rest of this. These East Brunswick teams. So the girls and boys cross country team will be heading to Robbinsville High School for a meet on the 17th at 9 a.m. And then gymnastics team and Coach Murray, who have been excellent. And recently are 2-0. Their next meet is against South Brunswick on the 20th at South Brunswick High School. And the girls volleyball team and Coach Portera are 3-0, and their next game is Monroe. And listen, all these teams I'm naming not only are having good starts to their season, but historically have done a great job as their coaches and players and have. All right, so here we go. So we got 3rd and about 6. Have to get to about the 3. Rolling to he's got someone wide open in the middle. He just never saw him. And that was, I believe, was that number 42, I believe? I think it was Jameel Davis who was putting the pressure on him, and it was. And he's one of the captains for the Bears. South Brunswick had a man wide open, but that's what pressure does for you. The quarterback's pressured. He's got number 42 breathing down his neck there. He's not going to be able to see him open in the middle. So give him credit. And South Brunswick is going to take their final timeout. And if East Brunswick's able to stop South Brunswick here, this will be the 3rd time in this first half that South Brunswick has had the ball inside the 10-yard line and not able to score. So we'll see if this East Brunswick defense is up to the task. So far they have been. And you have a good look there at East Brunswick huddle here, getting hydrated, going over what they need to do. South Brunswick last 4th down on this end of the field did the same thing they just did last play. They rolled number 1, Vince Giardulo, out to the right. And he was just a little bit off on the throw. Pretty good coverage, but he did have a window for it here. See what they come up with here. So they have 3 receivers up to the right. See if Summers is probably going to go in motion here to the right. Let's see. Nope, he's going to stay there. Up over the middle, and ooh. That's a touchdown. That's a great throw there. Not bad coverage either there by the Bears. That's just a great throw. That looked like number 1 for South Brunswick. That looked like, not number 1, it couldn't be number 1. That's the quarterback. So see if we can get that. But that was a score for South Brunswick, and they'll see if they can add the extra point here. East Brunswick's going to be offsides there. They're going to go for 2 now with it being a little closer here. So they're going to bring the offense back on. They'll get half the distance here. So now they're going to go for 2 and see if they can make it a 15-7. I would watch for maybe, let's see here. We got a couple. Quarterback rolls out to the right. And touch, they're going to give it to him. They say he caught it. And that was number 13, which we don't have a number for. We got a Bear down on the play there. And as the athletic staff takes a look at the East Brunswick player, we'll be right back with coverage. All right, so good sign here. I know they were looking at number 54, Eric Moscasco's knee there, so that's a good sign. Not that he's needing help, but that he is able to put some weight on that look like a knee, leg area. So they'll take a look at him. Hopefully nothing major here. He can, get back in the game. Probably the second half. There's only a minute 6 here left, but South Brunswick finally kind of broke through on one of those 4th downs inside the 10. I think a really nice throw and nice catch on the touchdown to get the score, because there was traffic and it was guarded pretty well. It had to be one of those really nice throws, and then tough to see from here. We're far away from there, but I guess the receiver just got his hands underneath that for that 2-point conversion. All right, so pretty good kick. All right, so that's number 5. Finally got a chance to receive. They kind of looked like they maybe moved him over here. That was number 5, Josh Augustine. I think he did a nice job of going straight up the field, north and south. So East Brunswick's got 2 timeouts left. In high school football as well as college football, the clock does stop on first downs while the chain's set up. So you have a little more time in high school football to, drive down the field, even though they're only on their own 27. It would be interesting to see how aggressive they are. Also knowing South Brunswick is going to get the opening kick to start the second half. So let's see what they call here. Salamini is going to roll to his left. He's going to throw one up. He did have 22 Bennett there, did have a step on the defense there, so I like the call. Just got a little bit too much on that throw. But it seems like Coach Steinfeld's going to be aggressive here. South Brunswick does not have a way to stop the clock, too, so if you're East Brunswick and you're worried about giving the ball back, you can run the ball and keep the ball in bounds and take a good part of the chunk of this clock down. And they are going to run it here to Augustine. Nope. Looked like he was going to give it there. So I think East Brunswick now with that play, not gaining any yards, I think they're just going to sit on the ball and say, let's go in the locker room. Let's talk this over. They do not want to punt the ball back to South Brunswick. Like we said, South Brunswick does not have any timeout. So I would expect either East Brunswick here to take a knee. You know, why risk running the ball here where they could fumble it? So I would expect East Brunswick just to take a knee here and have their team run to the locker room because they will have to get one more snap off here. All right, they are gonna throw it here. Just hold on to the ball. You just gotta be careful there, right? He's running around. He's trying to make a play. I understand, but you don't want to fumble and a scoop or an interception, and you know at that point. So it's probably gonna be a hold on East Brunswick, I would think, or an intentional grounding. Yeah. So that's going to be the first half. So, you know, defensive penalty can end on that, but since it was on the offense, it's going to be halftime. So South Brunswick 15, East Brunswick 7, and we'll be right back to start the second half.
That's our varsity cheerleaders. Let's hear it for them. Drum major, is the band ready? East Brunswick Marching Band, you may take the field in halftime exhibition.
Okay, so we're back to J. Doyle Field here to start the second half. South Brunswick will receive the kickoff to start the second half. South Brunswick is ahead 15-7. East Brunswick started the scoring on their first drive with the 75-yard touchdown run by Ben Salamini with 9:28 left in the first quarter. South Brunswick answered a minute 50 later with an 11-yard touchdown by Summers, and then scored with a minute left in the second quarter. East Brunswick was offside on the kick, the extra point. South Brunswick brought their offense in, decided to go for two since they were closer and were able to get it in the far part of the end zone by the back pylon to make the score 15-7. So we're about ready here to start off. As we said in the broadcast earlier, East Brunswick, this is their first game under the new turf, first home game. Both teams are looking to get their first win on the season. Both teams are 0-2. So we got number 12 for East Brunswick, Marco Goodat, is ready to kick off. They did a squib kick earlier. Not a squib kick, a little short little. He's going to squib it here. And that's Summers, who scored one of the touchdowns. And again, it kind of been a theme a little bit, and he's actually going to go all the way. He didn't step out. So 10 seconds in, Summers with the kickoff return, and we had talked about earlier in the broadcast that last game East Brunswick played a kick return also kind of bit them pretty bad. Monroe, they were coming back against Monroe, and Aiden Lane, the son of Coach Keith Lane, who coached basketball here, was also on the staff. That's his son. So again, and you know, I think the idea there, squibbing it maybe to try to keep it out of some of their playmakers' hands, but number 7, Summers, you know, is a guy that's pretty athletic, and again, he was able to get outside, which you never want to have happen on a kick return, and then kind of just danced along the sideline. Penalty flag on the play here. Almost seemed like East Brunswick thought guys were too many men on the field. I think he's counting again. Yeah, legal substitution that is. So East Brunswick had one too many guys on the field. So I think South Brunswick, we'll see what they do. Last time there was a flag, they brought the offense in. And they're going to do it again and try to go for two, it looks like. So that's just a mental mistake there by the Bears. They had, 12 men on the field. So just about the worst start you could hope for if you're East Brunswick. They're going to have to hurry here, though. They were off on the sideline. The whistle was blown, so they're counting down, too. They're not going to get the playoff here. There's going to be a penalty on South Brunswick here, and there's the flag. Just sloppiness there. If you're going to go for it there, you got to have your guys ready. Not very sharp there. And then you make it 5 yard, I guess 4 yards now further because they had a yard gained on East Brunswick's penalty, but it makes it a tiny bit tougher here for South Brunswick. So now he's going to have to kick it from the 15, so make it 25 yards for the extra point. Snap was behind him. Up, they're going to call. I think they're going to get a pass interference on East Brunswick, grabbing the jersey of the receiver there. So you got to give number 3, Braden Palming, a lot of credit there. Let's see what the flag is. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to call, depending on when the ball was in the air, either a pass interference or a holding if it was before the ball was in the air. Let's see. They want to make sure that the receiver, I think, was legal too, who went out there. And it is pass interference on the Bears. So this is now, they're moved 5 yards up here, so now it's going to be from the 20. That snap was a little bit behind number 3. Braden Paulman did a good job of corralling it and keeping the play alive. So you never know what point could make the difference in a game. So let's see if South Brunswick capitalizes here. Looks like they do. That looks perfect. And it is. All right, so you can see East Brunswick here huddling up. Not what you wanted, obviously, from the start of the second half here. That's Coach Grossholds there. He's been a long-time member of the staff. Played here at East Brunswick as well. Nothing you can do about it now there. It's just how you a lot of times how you react to when things don't go well. So all East Brunswick can worry about now is maybe getting a good return here on this kickoff, and then having their offense pick up the special teams here. Still a ton of game left. Just 10 seconds into the second half. So there's plenty of time here. So that was number 42 for the Bears. Jameel Davis kind of went back to return that. And he'll get the Bears to about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 27. Got Solomini in shotgun. Got number 2, Tobias Newberger back there. He's going to give it to Newberger, and he's going to maybe get a yard. Forward progress gets him out to the 28, so they'll give him a yard on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Good penetration there by the defensive line of South Brunswick to stop him. Solomini pulls it back, looking to throw. Pocket sort of collapses on him there, and he's going to lose about 5 yards on the play there. So it's going to end up being a long 3rd down here. It's going to be about 3rd and 14 there from their 24-yard line. Going to have to get out to the 38 to get a 1st down. Kind of lack of energy here, it looks like. But the sideline here, East Brunswick, they gotta pick it up here. So Amini looking deep to Augustine, overthrew him a little bit. Pretty good coverage there by the Bears. That's number 7. He's been all over the field today. Summers for South Brunswick. He's got the early touchdown, 11-yard touchdown. He had the kickoff return to start this half. He's in coverage there. He's back to return punts here. First 2 punts have been angled where they're trying to keep it away from those punt returners. I would definitely kick it away from number 7. He's shown that. Uh-oh. Good to just get it off. And South Brunswick's going to have great field position. And again, another little special teams mistake there. Fumbled the snap a little bit. Was able to recover, but was not able to get a lot on that kick. So South Brunswick's going to have great field position here at the 27. Listen, South Brunswick's, started especially that second quarter to move the ball great, but this is maybe one of those you come off a turnover. East Brunswick's on their heels a little bit. Maybe you go for a big play down the field here. Maybe throw one up to one of your receivers. Let's see what South Brunswick decides to do. So Jardulo in the shotgun. He's going to toss it. Number 5 might not have been touched on that play, to be honest. That was Brokaw. No flags on the play. There is a bear down. So 27-yard touchdown run, pretty much untouched there. And that was by number 5, Jacob Brokaw. That was not a great effort there. All right, and we'll see if the extra point is good. This will make it 29-7 if it goes. And looks like it's good, and it is. So just a couple minutes into this second half, and South Brunswick has increased the lead to 29-7 right now, and looks like a little cramp in here by one of the Bears. That looks like one of the captains for the Bears. That looks like number 42, and that's Jameel Davis. Kind of tell when they do that stretch there. A lot of times it's the calf. Pretty good crowd here at East Brunswick. At halftime I was able to go down and check it out. They're a little more quiet here now, though. Obviously, things are not going the Bears' way. See if East Brunswick can get something going here, maybe with the special teams, and make a nice return. Looks like a cramp, another cramp here. That was still Davis. I guess he was trying to go out on the field and just cramped up again. All right, so they'll get a replacement in for him. So we got number 4, Jerron Royal is back deep. Got number 26, Will Gelanu is back with number 5, Josh Augustine. So we'll see what South Brunswick does here. They're going to kick it deep, real deep. Augustine's got to go back to about his own 9. And he'll end up getting about 16 yards on that return. A little extracurricular there, but I do like number 26 for the Bears. That was Will Gano, sticking his nose in there and making a block there, showing a little bit of passion there. I like that. Getting a little chippy. All right, so East Brunswick offensively, we'll see if they can do something here. There, it looks like East Brunswick's decided to gonna pound the ball a little bit. They're going full house backfield here. And that's Bennett. Ball's on the ground, though. They're going to say that ground caused that. There is also a couple flags on the play, so we'll have to see what that is. Number 8 for the Bears, C.J. Gardner's holding his arms up, so maybe he's not happy with what the call is going to be here. Might have been an alignment thing. Let's see if it's okay. It's holding on the Bears. And I saw number 8 getting upset. He was all the way on the top of the screen, so definitely don't want to hold when it's that far away from the play. I didn't see it. All right, so Bears are going backwards, which is never good. And I guess they're deciding now they're going the full house backfield here, so they want to maybe establish being a little bit more physical here. It's a pretty good gain there, so it's gonna make it, second and about 11, depending on where they spot the ball. Looks like another Bear is hurt on the play. That looks like number 52 for the Bear, the left tackle. And that's Mina Gamal. And we see our great athletics training staff there taking a look at him. Coach Andy Steinfeld. So they're going to take a look at him, make sure he's all right, and we'll be right back with live gameplay in a minute. Okay, and we're back. Good news is number 52 is able to walk off on his own power. That was Mina Gamal. He's a senior for the Bears, so offensive lineman. And I know we don't always in the broadcast say those guys' names enough or as much as we should in the defensive line, but that's really a lot of times where the game is won and lost. All right. So full house backfield, 2nd and 11. Salamina is going to roll to right. He's got some room here. Turned it up. Nice gain there. So that's going to be a first down. So he's going to have a first down. So there's a positive there. East Brunswick does move the chains. Full house backfield again. Salamini is going to give it to number 26. He's going to be able to get outside there. Good job by that offensive line, able to spring him. I've been impressed with number 26. Will Gelanu, he's playing with energy. I like on the play on the last kickoff. He's on the kickoff team. He's blocking to the whistle. He's showing some toughness, showing some good body language, playing with some energy. I like that. And East Brunswick's kind of going, full house backfield here, kind of reestablishing, a little smash mouth football here. So me up, ball's on the ground. That's going to be South Brunswick ball. They got it. All right, so unfortunately kind of been the theme tonight for the Bears. Penalties, some turnovers here, some fumbles. Obviously, they're not trying to do that, but just not as sharp as they want to be. And South Brunswick's been able to take advantage of that. So, going to put the defense in another spot here. They're in East Brunswick territory. And we're only not even 5 minutes into this third quarter, and East Brunswick's defense has to try to stop the Vikings, who are looking to really open up this margin here. So again, pretty good yardage on first down. That was number 7 for South Brunswick on the carry. A host of Bears in the middle. We're able to stop him. Unfortunately, weren't able to stop him until about 6 yards on the carry there. So it's going to be second and about 4 for the Vikings. All right, going to toss it to Summers here. That's number 15 for the Bears. Kayvon Freeman on the tackle. Give credit to number 13, I believe it was there. Ethan Hernandez held the edge there and made him cut it back up. So he had containment. And then Freeman did a nice job of coming up and sticking him. Unfortunately, South Brunswick does get a first down on that carry. I think you're going to see a lot of runs now. Although they've been doing it all game, I think South Brunswick is going to, you have this 22-point lead. They've been having success running the ball. I think you're going to, not going to see him throw it up too much more here. So Gerudo under center. Man in motion to the top. And gives it to that top man there. That was number 15 and number 2. So that was Tobias Newberger. Kevin Freeman was there. Derek Christie was right around there on the play also. So only 2 yards, so good job there defensively by the Bears defense. Gonna give it to that top guy there. Looking like number 2 and number 15 again on the play, Newberger and Freeman. That was given to the guy for South Brunswick, just came into the game, Braden Paulman. He had that nice play. He's the holder on the extra points. He had that nice play earlier where it was a bad snap and he was able to kind of extend the play and get that pass interference so they could redo the extra point. So this would do East Brunswick well to stop him. I'd be interested. I would think South Brunswick would go for it on 4th down unless they lost a lot of yardage here. Going to toss it to Summers. Again, he's able to get outside. Augustine wraps him up, but not after he gets the first down there. There is a couple flags on the play. It's going to be holding on South Brunswick, so that's going to come back. We're going to be 3rd and 16 here for the Vikings. They'll have to get to right about the 25-yard line for a first down. So I know I said they're going to keep the ball on the ground. This might be one where they throw it up. Let's see. See if East Brunswick can get a little bit of pressure on South Brunswick. They're going to stay with the running. That's Summers to the right side. Dance is inbound. He's going to be close to that first down. It depends on the spot. It looks like the spot he's going to say he's going to probably be about 3, maybe 2 yards short where the mark is. They had to get to the 25. I think they're marking him out at the 27. So it's going to be a 4th and 2. And I would think South Brunswick would just keep their offense out here and go for it. Not really much, much to gain here, punting the ball. So this is desperation time if you're the Bears here. You're down 20. You're down 3 scores. There's 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and you don't stop them here. The clock keeps going. Your offense stays off this. So a big down here for the Bears. Ooh, good penetration there. And then a host of Bears wrap them up. So give number 2 there, Newberger, the credit coming in, getting the initial contact, and then a host of Bears are going to finish them off. So nice job there by East Brunswick. Hey, listen, 3 scores is a lot, but you got 3:41 left in this third quarter. But if you're East Brunswick there, you had to get that stop in order to get the ball back, and they did that. Now East Brunswick just got to take care of the ball and not put the ball on the ground. So last possession, they were basically full house backfield. Now they got Solomini back in shotgun. He's got Newberger back in the backfield with him. And he's going to give it to him. Not much there, maybe a couple on the play. Looks like he's going to get to the 31-yard line, so he'll get 2 on the play. I think East Brunswick maybe want to think about getting a little bit more up-tempo here. You're down 3 scores. You got to be a little bit more, urgency here if you're East Brunswick. So you don't want to be taking this much time in between plays if you can. Maybe call 2 plays in the huddle, little no huddle, be up at the line, because this is valuable time when you're down 3 scores. All right, and there's Newberger with a nice run. Good strong run. Good job by the offensive line there. Let's see if East Brunswick picks up the pace a little bit. Once the chains move, and the ref winds it up, the clock starts again. So they gotta be ready here. So number 63 we see on the screen there, Andrew Safaro is on the line. He's helping make the holes. Got number 51 there. Center, a little bit of a high snap. Solomini's going to keep it. He's got a good hole there. He's going to be close to a first down. Depends on the spot, and they're going to give him the first down. Number 77 there, John Mortillaro, is also on that line. We talked about before, number 54, Eric Moscasco, is on that line. Number 70, Alex Ortiz, is another guy out there that's doing a nice job. We talked about number 10, Derek Christie up there. Ethan Hernandez as a wideout. We talked about Augustine. Good tough run there by Newberger. He probably got hit about 2 yards after the line of scrimmage. Got himself another couple yards. There's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the Bears. Again, clock is their enemy now, so they want to be as quick as they can in order to get there. We're down to about a minute left in this third quarter. Solomini in the shotgun. He's going to design quarterback keeper. Not going to get much on the play, maybe a couple yards. It's going to be about third and about 5.5 here. Needs to get, obviously this is 4-down territory for the Bears. You're down 3 scores, you're down 22 points. So this is really a play that you call that, you can really call anything here. You don't necessarily have to get those 5 yards on this play. So Almini gives it to Newberger. He's going to be just about 2 yards short of the first down. Depends how much East Brunswick goes here. They might, this is one where you don't want to rush this even though time is your enemy. There's 10 seconds left. You want to talk this over and make sure you have the right play. And then maybe we'll also see East Brunswick, if they do get the first down here, maybe go to a little bit more of an up-tempo offense so they can, not have as much time go off the clock. So unfortunately for East Brunswick here, that third quarter was not great for them. 10 seconds in on the opening kickoff of the third quarter, we had that long kick return by Summers, and then a 27-yard touchdown run a couple minutes later by number 5, Jacob Brokaw. Did just have a nice play by the East Brunswick defense, who was able to stop South Brunswick on a 4th down. And they do have the ball back, and they're advancing here. They really need a score here. Really, for all purposes here, in order for East Brunswick to think they can come back, you really got to make this 4th down play. So we'll see what they do here. Then we'll see if they. I like the way that number 22, Ryan Bennett, runs the ball. I think that's an option. Obviously, Ben Solomini can throw it or run it. They are in this full house backfield. I think they like going to that right side. We'll see if maybe they give something to Bennett going to the right here. Let's see. They're going to give it to Bennett going to that right side. He's going to, the spot, he's not going to have it where that spot is. He's going to be about almost a full yard short of where he needed to get. So they're not even going to bring the chains out. It's not even close enough to measure. So that's, unfortunately, South Brunswick gets the ball back. South Brunswick was just able to get enough penetration there to stop him about almost a yard short of where he needed to get. All right, well, now East Brunswick defense has to see if they can get, obviously, you want to get a stop, get them off the field as quickly as you can, but a turnover would be nice here. Okay, going to toss it to Summers. So Davis got him up high. Up, and looks like a Bear is down there. That's number 8, Jalen Jackson. Been a busy day for the East Brunswick trainers here. Looking at his right leg. Looks like a cramp the way she's pulling on that. Coach Steinfeld. Andy Steinfeld there is coming out. Hopefully should be something quick here. I think just because the way she was hopefully pulling on that leg, that it is a cramp pulling back. You normally see that. Not that I'm a expert on that, but a lot of times when you're pulling that foot up like that, you have a cramp in your calf. That looks like what she's dealing with. They're not fun either, but While we have a quick second, just for people tuning in, I know we talked about this a little bit early in the broadcast, and he's getting up there, but as usual, nice fall season by the sports team, and that's good to see. Jalen getting up under his own power. It does look like a cramp. Girls soccer is 4-0. Boys soccer is 2-2. Field hockey is 3-0. Girls tennis 2-0. Gymnastics team 2-0. Girls volleyball team 3-0. We already saw earlier Coach Rosner and the varsity cheerleaders, what a great job they're doing. And then we talked about how the girls and boys cross country team are heading over to a meet at Robbinsville on the 17th, which is tomorrow. All right, here we go. East Brunswick jumped right there. And that was number 57 there, Brian Marmion. He was trying to get a jump and time it to make a play. So South Brunswick will get 5 yards. It will turn it into a 2nd and 2. A 2nd and 2, a long 2 or a short 3 here. Yep, that was late by number 55 for South Brunswick. Nice play there by both Augustine and Mascasco. And that, I think it was a late hit there by the South Brunswick player. He kind of looked like a little bit after the whistle, he tossed one of those East Brunswick guys. We'll see what the call is, though. Right, and that is going to be a personal foul on South Brunswick. You sometimes see that later in games, although there's 11 minutes left by the team that's losing. So South Brunswick, you never want that penalty, but certainly you're the team that's up 3 scores. You don't want those dead ball penalties. All right, that was Brian Marmion on the stop, number 57. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 13. Obviously, clock is a factor here. We're getting close to the 10-minute mark in this 4th quarter. As you can see there on your screen, Vikings 29, Bears 7. And we got a 3rd and 13 here. Number 7 there. Looks like we got another injury for the Bears here on the side. A lot of injuries here today. Luckily, that none serious yet. Hopefully, we don't have any serious. Some cramping and things like that. A couple leg things. So it's tough to see here from the sideline. They're gonna. I guess he's far enough off whoever got hurt for the Bears, where it doesn't affect play. We'll get a number on that. Hopefully, everything's okay. So we got Augustine and Bennett are back deep. Special teams has been a little bit of a problem for East Brunswick tonight, so let's see if they can turn that around, and if they decide to kick it deep, if we can get a good return. That's going to be a chance for a good return. Augustine goes up the middle and was able to get about 4 or 5 yards on the return. So forward progress, I think, is going to stop somewhere around the 30-yard line. Looks like there is maybe a flag on the play there. Let's see. Nope. They're just waiting for the new ball to come in. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Bears. 9:41 left. Obviously, time is of the essence here. We got Solimini in shotgun. Gonna hand the ball off and maybe get about 3 yards on the carry. That's number 2 for the Bears. Been getting a good amount of carries today up the middle. That was Tobias Newberger. They're going to need more than that, though. They're going to have to maybe take some shots down the field here. I know they're not maybe built that way to do that, but you know there's 9 minutes left and they're down 3 scores, so they're going to have to try to maybe put the ball down the field a little bit. And here goes Solimini rolling right. Sets. He's got a man. All right, he did have Augustine there. Had some guys chasing him. You can see he ended up on the ground there, so that's not the easiest throw. But you know, East Brunswick's gotta do that. They have to take some shots here. You know, 3, 4, 5 yard gains are not going to do it just because it's going to take too long to get down the field. If they do that, they do have to take some shots. Maybe, you know, a trick play here or there if they have it. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. All right, Solimini again rolling right. He's throwing the ball deep. Pretty good coverage there. Was looking for Augustine, but good coverage there by South Brunswick. So now it's 4th and 7. You got 8:56 left. You're in your own territory. So Coach Steinfeld has a decision here to make what he's going to do. So he's going to leave the offense out there, it looks like, at least in the time being, although he's taking his time here. Obviously, the clock was stopped on the incomplete pass, so they're going to go for it. You really don't have anything to lose here in terms of you're down 3 scores with under 9 minutes left. So, you know, obviously South Brunswick gets great field position if you do not score. So Solimini from the shotgun. He faked the handoff, wasn't thrown it. He's looking deep. He actually has a man. Oh, just a little bit underthrown. That was number 13 for the Bear, Ethan Hernandez. He actually got behind the defense there and was just a little bit short on the throw. That could have been a big play there. So East Brunswick will turn it over on downs. And South Brunswick will get the ball back at the 29-yard line. Again, looking forward to, you know, next week, although we do still have a good amount of time left in this game. Like I said, South Brunswick will play Piscataway at Piscataway, and East Brunswick has, you know, at Old Bridge. And if East Brunswick can't get up for that game, you know, they should be able to, because I know Old Bridge is definitely has East Brunswick's number for a while, so they're going to want to get this game. But let's see if the defense can make a stand here, maybe get a turnover. And that ball is going to be handed off. Nice job defensively there. We got number 27 for the Bears. That was Gus Sanchez. One of the Bears on the stop there. So good job. That was, you know, maybe a no-gainer, maybe even a little bit of a loss there. So that was good. You know, you'd like to see that as a coach, especially where, listen, It's going to take, I don't want to say the word miracle, but it's going to take a lot for East Brunswick to be able to, get back in this game. There's only 8 minutes 8 minutes left. You're down 3 scores, but you want to see them keep competing. You don't want to see them give it in, and right there, that's a good sign. All right, Nuremberg and Davis on the stop there. So gain of about 5, so it's going to be about 3rd and 5. All right. Good to see number 8 back on the field for East Brunswick. That's C.J. Gardner. He had gone down earlier, looked like he was cramping up, so that's good to see him back in the game. He's an important player for the Bears, guy trying to get pressure on the quarterback, trying to set that edge. All right, toss that way. And again, Gardner didn't make the play, but he's a little upset. But he made the runner cut it back up there. And then number 27 for the Bears, Gus Sanchez, was able to make a play there. So he shouldn't necessarily be upset. He was taken on a block. He made the runner cut it back up, and you have to rely on your teammates to be in that spot, and they were. So 4th down here for South Brunswick. They're going to leave the offense on the field here. They are taking their time. They do want to take all the time off that they can, and then they want to look for that last 5-second countdown, so they're not snapping it too early. And I don't think that was the best decision there by the quarterback, number 1. He kept it. Seemed like number 5, Brokaw, would have been able to get that first down, maybe even more. So it's going to be, hey, give East Brunswick defense credit. Again, they were not put in the best spot by the offense. Obviously, at that point, East Brunswick had to go for it on 4th down. Weren't able to get it, but they did stop South Brunswick. So let's see, does East Brunswick have a chance still to win this game? It's going to be tough, but what you want to see is, can they put a drive together? Can they get a score here? All right, and that's Tobias Newberger there on the carry. He's going to get about 5, almost 5 on the play. All right, so Solomini in the shotgun. Newberger is back with him. Got Bennett in motion. They're going to give it to Bennett. He was put in a tough spot there. There was great penetration there by South Brunswick. Actually did well to gain a yard on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. We're down to about 5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. 29 unanswered points by South Brunswick after East Brunswick took a 7-0 lead pretty early in the game. East Brunswick would like to keep this drive going. Augustine in motion. They're going to give it. Nope. Salmini's going to keep it. And depending on the spot, it's going to be close. He's right at the marker, so it'll be interesting to see if they give it to him or they measure. Let's see what they do here. They're giving it to him. They're saying, just give it to him. They got to get the chains moving. All right, so they did give it to him. Just had enough to get it. So East Brunswick gets a first down. Let's see if they can get some more here. So we got Augustine and Christie down on the bottom. Bennett. All right, so hand it off up the middle there. That's Newberger again on the carry. He's had quite a few carries today. All right, we're under 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. East Brunswick seeing if they can maybe get a score here before time runs out in this game. South Brunswick is trying to make the clock go and keeps East Brunswick from scoring. There's Augustine. All right, was able to dance to just past the 40-yard line, so it's going to be third and about 3 yards. So Hernandez and Bennett up top, Augustine and Christie down low. Solomini's with Newberger. He's going to keep it himself. Good run there. And that's going to stop the clock. Going to be a first down. Going to be right at midfield here. And again, I think, at times East Brunswick's offense has looked good tonight. They've been able to, at times, get some chunks of yards. Now, a few penalties have hurt them. Obviously, the fumbles have hurt. Special teams, the one punt and the kickoff return obviously have hurt. But let's see what East Brunswick offensively can do. Down to 2:30 left in the game here. Salmini's going to keep it. He's going to get about 6 on the play. So we got a 2nd and 4 here. All right, he's going to fake it. He's looking to throw. I think something. Salamini breaks it over to the right side. I'm not sure. That was weird. I was kind of looking down the field, and the way Salamini was looking, looked like he was looking to throw. But then if you looked at the receivers, they were blocking. At least most of them were. So they maybe thought it was a run. He was looking to pass. But, again, sometimes when you have a pretty athletic quarterback like Ben Salamini is, sometimes those plays that are kind of broken down, those quarterbacks can make the most of it, and he did on that play and scrambled and got a really nice gain. So looks like a timeout from South Brunswick. They want to talk it over, make sure they got their personnel set here. Gives East Brunswick a chance to talk it over, and there you can see Coach Andy Steinfeld here. Like we said, great season last year. 8-2. And there you can see that he obviously this year not the best start for them. So gonna go to 0-3 here. It's just a matter. Hopefully they can get a score here. A minute 40 left in this fourth quarter. But that can help the team a little bit. You have the game's kind of out of reach, and you're able to put a drive together, even if they don't score here. Defense got to stop, and there's a lot of football left to be played here against a rival next week against Oldbridge. Salmini rolling out to his left. He's gonna look like he was gonna keep it, then throws a great pass there to Bennett, and Bennett gets out of bounds at going to mark him out at the 4. Looks like the 4-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4. Salamini, nice job there. It looked like he was going to throw it. Then it looked like he was going to run it. And then he kept his eyes downfield and was able to hit Bennett. I've been impressed with number 22, Ryan Bennett, for the Bears. I like he's a junior. Like the toughness he runs the ball with. He's obviously a pass catcher as well. And there's Salamini's going to keep it. He's going to score. So the Bears do get a score. All right, so a 4-yard touchdown run by Solimini. So that's that's a good sign for the Bears there. Defense stopped South Brunswick when the game was kind of out of hand. East Brunswick got the ball back and had a nice drive down the field. And I'm not sure why East Brunswick is calling the timeout here. They might have been. I think they were missing a guy. I think they only had 10. So they wanted to make sure they have their full allotment of guys there. So they got everyone now. All right, and as we watch here, that's Bennett as the holder, and number 28, Nick Maroon, is looking to make the extra point here. And it looks good, and it is good. So, minute 27 left, 29 Vikings, Bears 14. Be interesting to see. Why not if you're East Brunswick? You should go for an onside kick here. It's a 2-score game. Stranger things have happened in games. All right, they're looking for guys here. Let's see if I'm a little surprised South Brunswick's alignment here. I would think they would, just in case they're going to kick that onside, I would think they would have up. Now they're moving up a little bit. But I would have, there we go. Now they're starting to move up because if I'm East Brunswick, I'm kicking an onside kick here. Maybe not. All right, good hit there by number 42. That's Jameel Davis. That's one of the captains. He's had a couple nice hits, but he's been cramping up as well tonight. For those of you, East Brunswick fans, for years, there was a trainer, Phil Hostler, unfortunately passed not too recently ago, but did a great job with the athletic training, as do the people we have here. But I always remember him in terms of the hydration, for people getting cramps, especially earlier in the football season. The weather can be warmer, although tonight now it's good, to get the water in well before the game. He was always big into that. So anyway, I think East Brunswick died. Well, it'd be interesting. I was surprised they kicked it deep, so I guess East Brunswick might not be calling timeouts here, although I think they have, if I remember, all three, at least 2 timeouts left, so we'll see what they do here. Derek Christie with a nice tackle there. And East Brunswick's just going to let the clock run here. So nice play there. You like to see those tackles for losses. I can't remember too many of those, maybe a couple. And I could be mistaken here. I don't know if East Brunswick, although South Brunswick hasn't thrown the ball a ton, I don't remember any sacks here. So, you know, obviously this was a game probably both teams came in thinking they had a shot at. Both 0-2. East Brunswick got off to a great start, and then, you know, South Brunswick was able to, like we said earlier, put on 29 unanswered, and then East Brunswick was just able to score with a couple minutes left. And all right, so this should be the last play here. They'll have to do one more snap because the clock was over 25 seconds. So they'll do one more. They'll take a knee, and that's going to be it. So just to recap here, you know, South Brunswick Vikings 29, East Brunswick 14. East Brunswick has a game against Old Bridge at Old Bridge next week. South Brunswick will play home against Piscataway. And if you're the Bears here, yeah, I mean, listen, let's look at the positive. They were able to move the ball at times. Penalties and a couple turnovers hurt them. I think it was a good sign East Brunswick got that late score. They didn't give up. You know, they're gonna have to go to practice and be able to work on some things. Obviously, special teams kickoff return, you don't want to see that, especially when it happened the game before. But I think they have the parts in order to be competitive there. You just have to keep your head up and you know, be able to move on a little bit. So the final here: South Brunswick Vikings 29, East Brunswick Bears 14. We'll see you soon.